The tabernacle was a transportable tent of worship used by Israel, at times also called the tent of meeting. The tabernacle was a central feature of Jehovah's arrangement for approach to him by the nation of Israel. It consisted of two compartments. The first, the holy, contained a golden lampstand, the golden altar of incense, the table of showbread, and golden utensils. And the innermost compartment, the most holy, contained the Ark of the Covenant, surmounted by two golden cherubs.
Design. Jehovah had spoken to Moses in the mountain, giving him the complete pattern for the tabernacle, commanding him, "See that you make all things after their pattern that was shown to you in the mountain." It served in providing a shadow of the heavenly things, and therefore had to be accurate to the least detail. Jehovah inspired Beelzebul and Ahoolib so that the work which others, including both men and women, shared in, could be done perfectly, according to the instructions Moses gave. The result was, according to all that Jehovah had commanded Moses, that was the way the sons of Israel did all the service. The materials were provided through voluntary contributions from the people. Doubtless the gold, silver, and copper, as well as the yams, fabrics, and skins, came as contributions, largely that which the Israelites had taken out of Egypt. Acacia wood was available in this.
Covering screens. The entire framework of the structure was covered first by a linen covering embroidered with colorful figures of cherubs. The covering was in two large sections of 5 cloths each, the sections being joined by loops of blue thread that fastened over gold hooks. Each cloth was only 28 cubits, or 40.8 feet long, which would be at 1 cubit, or 17.5 inches short of reaching the ground on each side of the structure. On top of the linen covering went a goat's hair cover, made in 2 sections, one of 6 cloths, one of 5. Each of the 11 cloths was 30 cubits, or 43.7 feet long. Over this went the covering of lambskins, dyed red, and finally one of sealskins, apparently reaching to the ground and evidently provided with ropes so that the cover could be fastened at the ground by tent pins. Another curtain placed inside between the holy and most holy was embroidered with cherubs, and the screen to the entrance on the east was of colorful wool and linen material.
Panel frames. The walls were of acacia wood, gold overlaid, evidently in the form of paneled frames, similar to window frames, instead of solid boards. This view seems to be logical for 2 reasons. 1, solid acacia boards of the size described would be unnecessarily heavy, and 2, the cherubs embroidered on the curtain that went over the boards would be hidden except for those seen on the ceiling of the structure inside. So it appears that each panel frame was constructed in such a way that the priests in the tabernacle could see the cherubs embroidered on the linen covering. Some modern scholars also hold the view that the panel frame construction rather than a solid board design was used. In connection with the panel frames, the Bible mentions rings. The rings were no doubt fastened to the frames to accommodate the bars, 3 rows of which were passed through the rings to tie the structure together.
Pillars and foundation. 5 pillars overlaid with gold were at the front, or entrance, and 4 such pillars supported the curtain dividing the holy from the most holy.
Estimated cost. The value of the gold and silver used for the tabernacle would be in the neighborhood of $12 million, and the cost of the entire tabernacle possibly more than $13 million, judged at a present-day value.